let's talk about planes of motion. And the reason why I bring this, why we're going to talk about this today, is because planes of motion is going to be like a precursor towards kind of understanding all the different motions of our body. So right in front of you, you'll see this position, anatomical position. And again, this is just a very important position once we get into later motions. It's just a good idea to always remember this. By the way, these are just palms up hands. Let me draw an axis right on this guy. Alright. If you don't know, this teal arrow is going to come from, just going to kind of come straight out of your monitor. This yellow line is going to kind of come straight up to the top of the monitor, and this white line is going to come right to the right of your monitor. And again, this will all make sense in just a couple seconds. I just want to make sure that we're all on equal ground before I start getting into it. So there are three different planes of motion that we're going to be talking about today, and let's get right into it. Right between this yellow and white, kind of this quadrant right here, think of this as a piece of glass that is kind of just cutting your body from front to back, and because of that, this plane is going to be called frontal plane. The next plane we're going to go over is this one right here, between the teal and the yellow. And this plane, imagine that there's like a piece of glass that's cutting your body right down where the symmetrical part is. This plane is going to be called the sagittal plane. S-A-G-I-T-T-A-L plane. And finally, there's one more plane that is left. This plane right here, between the teal and the white. Now imagine this piece of glass running right through your body, and it's going to divide the top and the bottom part of your body. Because of this, this plane is called the transverse. So, why are these planes important? You'll see later that these planes kind of give way towards universal motions that we're going to cover later. For example, you'll see frontal plane have these kind of ab and adduction motions. You'll see the sagittal plane, have these kind of flexion extension motions, where they kind of just like bring your arm towards, like, kind of bringing this part towards this part. And again, with the frontal plane, it's kind of just bringing your arm straight out. In the transverse plane, you kind of see like these twisting motions, kind of like that, or whatever twisting motion you can imagine. But again, we will cover all of this in a later video.